Yes. Real shit only. Let me talk to these niggas, Zeke. Somebody got said. Shit. You niggas run the IG for inspiration. Cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never said
shit pop up. And he ain't even got to look for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, just think of a nigga that rich, if you got $1 billion, when has he had access to AI?
Hey, I tell you what, the Bay is known for a lot of, like, we're known for a lot of Jay-Z. It's like, since the Pac days.
Right.
Is we good now?
We straight.
Is we straight there?
I think we were straight since Rick Rock. Since Rick Rock helped on that Dynasty album.
Nah, that didn't help.
That didn't help.
That didn't help. They didn't hear
Shit.
the Jay-Z slander.
Shit.
And I've been a Jay-Z fan for so long. You know what I mean? And I used to stand alone a lot of the times out here. There's very few hip hop heads out here that was like, yeah, no, Jay-Z, we should be good now.
Well, let's talk about that real quick. Since you said that, I never been the guy when it was the East Coast West Coast thing. Like, I don't listen to East Coast niggas no more.
Right.
I never did that.
Right.
I never fell into that. I just like music. You know what I'm saying? If it's good, it's good. Like, I don't give a fuck where you from. Like, and I think part of that is I never had a gang mentality.
Right.
I only had a family mentality. Right. So either we family or we ain't. Everything else is just what it is.
It's what it is. Right.
So I think I never felt, because Pac was I was not influenced by Pac to be like, I'm riding with the West Side, wake up out my bed, going to work, talking about West Side. Like, I just never was on that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of niggas that swear by that, and they still wouldn't. You couldn't even do that today. Right. The cultures are super blended.
Yeah, see, I actually, my love for hip hop started listening to East Coast shit.
Right,
you know
right.
And then it grew to the West Coast later, and I think my love for lyricism kind of came from just it started with listening to New York. You know what I'm saying? Shit first. So I always.
What was the earliest New York shit like you was listening to? I mean, shit, New York is the mecca, so it's just so much music out. But that you remember, like, I was reciting this tape.
Rakim and them, and then I used to love I used to love De La Soul.
I did too.
I used to love Naughty by Nature, Daz Effects.
I did too.
Tribe Called Quest. I used to remember being I remember reciting. That's when we had the cassettes, and we used to had to dub them and put the little tissue in the corners and try to dub it off of KBL. That's when, you know what I mean. Them was the days where you really appreciated music. But I just remember, a lot of the. But it go back to like Roxanne Shante, even then, you know what I'm saying? Salt and Pepper, you know what I'm saying?
Salt and Pepper was hard. I Take Your Man. That shit was hard. Shout out to Herbie Lovebug. Right. This is gonna transition into the next thing I want to talk about, but I was having an extended conversation with the guys from that round table. Right. And we was talking about, they was trying to get the gist of what I was saying. Like, well, what do you like? What you grew up? And I was telling niggas like, bro, like, I grew up listening to everything. Like, you don't understand. Like, I listened to Redhead Kingpin. I could recite. That's the first time I heard Rex and Effect. Like, y'all niggas didn't even know. Y'all didn't know what Rex and Effect was to Rum Shaker. Right. I heard them niggas on Redhead Kingpin and the FBI album. I listened to fucking Fugees. I listened to fucking Tribe, like you said. I listened to what's my man name? He had a song called Poor Righteous Teachers. Right. He had a song called Shakila with a remix. So I'm saying, but I also listened to Cube. Right. A lot of Cube, a lot of Easy, a lot of Too Short, a lot of MC and Banks, a lot of Pooh Man, a lot of early everything, right? And so when I start naming off all this shit, they like, damn. I was like, so when niggas start asking me to list rappers, I can't do lists. I love music too much. Bro. Because I have to break it down by era. I love Big Daddy Kane, so where do I leave him out now just because Cole and Kendrick and them is here? I can't leave Kane out.
That's what, bro, I just had this experience, me and you the other night. We sitting 2 nights ago. And this is when I started to realize the power of having a platform, right? And so I'm sitting there off a couple shots of tequila, right?
You was litty at that point.
Yes, and I'm reminiscing at that point. I'm just like I'm reflecting. So everybody started popping up in my head. I start thinking about Seagram rest in peace. I started thinking about Rappin' Ryan. I started thinking about Eclipse, right? That's where my mind is at. I'm like, damn, imagine if, you know what I'm saying, what they legacies and what they stories would have been like. And so
super dope rappers.
So I get to typing, and I'm typing, and I'm like, these are my favorite, the top 10 rappers from Oakland. But my mind is I'm already reflecting. I'm already in a nostalgic like space when I'm doing it. So I got everybody. I even had a Scary X on there. But because
deservingly.
Right. And during that moment, I left off some guys that probably outpaced a lot of the dudes that I named because their stories was cut so short. And so when I made the list, I left a few names that are actually bigger names and have done a lot and should be in that list. But just in that moment, that's not what I was on. You know what I'm saying? But I caught some flack for it. You know what I'm saying? But people take these lists.
Oh, they take them to heart.
You got to be responsible with these lists.
I don't even think there's no correct list. I honestly don't.
No, it's just our opinions.
But I was talking to Sway about this the other day. Sway and the guys at MTV, I don't know who else, production company was a part of it, but they did a great job. Remember when they did Hottest MCs list?
Right.
Because they added like your social media, your sales, are you touring?
Right.
Like it wasn't personal.
Right.
It was like, you know what I mean?
See, if I do my list, you're probably gonna get who's in my CD case, who was in my CD case, or who I connected with during that time.
Right.
You're just gonna get my list. Now, if I give you my list, that could just be, I could have my homie on there, cause you know what I'm saying? I could have my next door neighbor on there.
That's a fact.
If it's just my list.
That's a fact.
If we do a bars list, we have to be a little bit more responsible and we got to consider other factors.
That's what I'm saying. Have a criteria.
Right.
That's what I always tell people. Have a criteria so people can't really get mad at you because it's like, oh, I'm only going off, this might not even be my favorite. Right. I'm just going off the rules.
Right. But your list don't got to have no criteria.
Your list don't got to have
My list don't got to have
You know why your list
criteria.
don't have to have no criteria? Because this is the shit you gonna play when you in your car.
This is the shit you gonna play. It's like you told me a long time ago, you was like, man, I might not like this shit, but I still know a good song when I hear it. And I know that's a great song. That's the different space. So that's what the other outlets do that be, you know what I'm saying? Like the bigger, like the Grammys and all that shit. They got a responsibility to get it right. I don't gotta get it right.
Which I'm figuring out that shit is weird too, because somebody's pointed out to me that if you notice, a lot of LA people win Grammys.
Right.
I never noticed.
Right.
And I was like, okay. But they said it's because the people from the Recording Academy is like, a lot of people are in LA mingling and like, because some of the people on the Recording Academy, when it comes to rap categories, they have no idea what niggas is talking about.
Right.
And I think the Grammys, listen, it would be nice if the Grammys summoned hip hop media or blogs or journalists or experts and put them in a room and let them battle it out for who they think's the best, right? Because you won't get, if I don't like the genre or I'm not really into the music, how could I tell you who should win an award for metal?
Right.
I really can't.
Right.
So if I'm friends with the nigga, like we be at the Chrome Heart store together, I'm gonna just say, let's give him the Grammy.
Let's just give him.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like so I think we give all that shit too much validation.
The like you was talking about the round table discussion y'all had. You got I'm sure you caught a lot, and you got a ton of DMs.
Crazy.
People disagreeing. I don't think people understand the. You made a good point. I don't think people understand the pressure of stuff. And everybody that got up on that panel tried. Right? They went up there with good intentions to try to get some good information out. I personally, I wanted to. My takeaway from it, I would have liked to see if everybody on the panel was a part of the structure or they're valuable enough in the industry and in the game and they're a big part of it to get up there and speak on it, then everybody up there are part of the problem, right? Or like they're of whatever was going on in the Bay, right? We all been in the mix. We've been, you know what I'm saying, the guys in control of things. And so I wanted to personally hear a little bit more of a, I did hear Big Rich in another interview after that. I heard him say, I made a lot of mistakes. I fucked up. And I forget what interview, what pod that was on. Might have been Bird shit. I don't know. I forgot.
Okay.
But he was like, "This is what I would have did better. I did." You know. So I wanted to hear because some of the guys up there got artists that I don't know if they signed to them, but they got artists under them. You know, currently that are in the Bay trying to, you know, do something. So I felt like when I was listening to it, I felt like it was a lot of this is what artists need to do. And maybe I missed some stuff and you can correct me. I felt like it was a lot of the artists need to do this. Y'all need to do this. Y'all need to do, okay, perfect. Everybody need to do their part. But I wanted to see like from the people on the panel, like what are some of the things that you could have done better? What were some of the mistakes you made? What was like some sort of accountability?
Well, I think that's how we got there because it was my attempt to hold people accountable, like for several different reasons and different reasons with each individual, right? And I wouldn't be trying to hold people accountable that I felt like were culture vultures or just didn't care at all. But I was trying to, in my attempts, because this shit started out in the pandemic, in my attempts to get these people together, it was because I kept hearing from them, oh, this nigga ain't signed to me.
Right.
But I'm like, but he great.
Right.
Like, you don't think we could lend him nothing? Like, you don't think we could just throw a bone? Like, nigga, if it's just information.
And see, that's always been your stance in all of our conversations. And that's why I was conflicted because when I was listening to it, it was a lot of what you're saying, but it was also a lot of go get hot, go work your project, go get hot, and then come back. So it was a lot of big industry shit that the labels is already on with that. And a lot of these kids don't know how to, like, everybody don't got that skill to just go get hot.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's what we were back there. And I don't think back in the day, cats had to go get hot.
And just because everybody wasn't artists up there, but just because you found a way don't mean like probabilities and chances. I even believe what we doing.
Right.
The probability of two niggas getting together.
Right.
Putting their conversations that they talk about in front of the world and it working is slim to none, nigga. It's bro, like, so my thing is when you just throw that shit out there like that, like go get hot, my nigga, they have no clue. I've been there. I didn't have a clue. Like, nigga, all I know how to do is make the music. I don't know what else to do when I'm right here. And then niggas tell you anything, just say, oh, man. And then turn around and say, oh, artists hard to work with. No, they fucking not.
Right.
Or if they are, they've always been.
Right.
So that what makes me compare DMX, what make me compare James Brown, Bobby Brown, anybody fucking hot, nigga, like they got something.
Right. They got, man.
A nigga just worked Max B back.
You used
to freedom.
You used the DMX analogy, as talented as he was, you know what I'm saying? But you like somebody had to believe in him, you know, because the part that another part was like when y'all had the discussion and y'all was like, who would you invest your money in and make your money back? And trust me, I get that. But if I just want to put my money on a safe bet, then I ain't gotta invest in no high risk stocks. I could just go put my money in the S&P 500 or something and just get a consistent return forever. But music was always about like finding somebody that you believed in. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily know if back in the day they was like so concerned. I think they just believed in something and was willing to risk it all behind somebody, man.
When you hear a nigga say that, to me, whether you got love for him or not, he's a music industry nigga.
Right.
You just trying to make money. You just a music industry nigga.
That's the problem. So it's like you looking at we all in it to make money, but whatever happened to like just believe.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like.
Man.
Expounding on what you saying, a nigga will say, I'm not gonna spend my money. But the problem is with a lot of people that I see, don't spend your money. Nigga, I'm not saying spend your money, but will you use your leverage?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brownie Blends can get somebody in the game right now to go watch the Golden State Warriors championship team, Stephen Curry, warm up.
Right.
Right now, you can use your leverage to do that.
True.
You don't have to.
True.
You're not charging people.
True.
But what I'm saying is, when do you put something back in the game?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I've talked to some artists that actually saw that interview, and I try to ask them, like, what is it? Because that's what you didn't have an artist on the panel.
No artist.
You know what I mean? And so I was just curious, what is it, y'all, like, some of them just be like, man, if I could just have somebody just to believe in me enough just to take something off my plate to where I can just focus on music. I can't even just focus on music in the Bay. It's so expensive. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes it ain't even investing. And I say this with all due respect. The people listening to this will probably say, he don't got the experience. He don't know what he talking about. We done this. We've been. You probably right. I'm just outside looking. This is just a whole nother perspective. But if you just take something off of an artist that you believe in, play, and like live and die with it, I think that's how the magic is made. Lil Russell has done what he's done because he decided to I gotta bet on myself.
Facts.
I can't wait on nobody else to believe in me that way. I gotta believe in me, which everybody gotta believe in them, but all of us are wired differently, bro. We all got different gifts. We all got different abilities.
Different IQs.
Right, but at the end of the day, what it boils down to, man, like if you an artist and you want to be successful in music, and rap is down, by and large, not just
music is down.
Music is down by and large, but if you want to be successful, I think if you have to like will your way in figuring it out in your own, you know what I'm saying?
So that's my only message to artists. My only message to artists: if these niggas don't help you, what you gonna do?
That's what I'm saying. Are you gonna be putting? Don't be the old nigga putting out PSAs talking about, you know what I'm saying, who didn't do what for you.
Yes. Real shit only. Let me talk to these niggas, Zeke. Somebody got said. Shit. You niggas run the IG for inspiration. Cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never settle.